Okay, Marjorie, so this is your class. I've copied it over from a previous semester, and so basically all you need to do is go in here and make some adjustments. So I'm just going to show you a few things. So over here, I've got everything lined up of the way it normally is. We've got two assignments up right here, so this one means that there's nothing in it, so I'm going to delete that. This one here is up to you. If you want to have it open, all you have to do is just click show link. But it just is a weekly work schedule. You probably remember this when you took the class of what you have to do each week, so you kind of know up front. But notice that things can change at the discretion of the instructor. The only thing you cannot change is the syllabus. Okay, so I'm going to leave that up to you. The announcements is the first page that will open up to students. Now, I have my old welcome message in here, so you know that you'll need to go in here and change the dates. Anytime that you want to change something, you need to click the little arrow beside the subject line and click edit, or you can delete it. Okay, once you click edit, then you can come in here to the editor, and you can just come in here and you can just highlight and type over it. Here's your toolbox up here if you want to change colors, if you want to make it bold, italics, underline, if you want to add an image, if you want to add an attachment here, you can do that. And then down below, if it's not date restricted, you just leave it that, so it will always be visible. If you want to send this to the student, an announcement that you want them to have right then and there, always check this box so that it will go directly to their email. So in case they don't go to Blackboard, they can still go to their email. Okay, so the enrollment verification quiz, there's two in here, so we're going to delete this one. And I'm going to delete what they put in here from Jolt. So what you'll need to do here, the census date is going to be the 18th of January. So you need to come in here and click edit the test options, and then that way you can actually put in their last date, which is 1/18/17 by 11:59 p.m. You can highlight it, make it larger, whatever you want to do. And then you can actually turn it off on that date because students cannot enter after that date. Okay, so this will be one of their requirements that they have to do for an online class. So just come in here and adjust that date. I'm going to click cancel. I'm going to let you do some of this. So now let's go back to announcements, which is your home page. Your instructor contact, that'll be you. So you'll need to go in here and change this information. You can add a photo if you'd like to. The syllabus in the textbook, I sent you the syllabus, and I also sent you the ADA compliant syllabus. So you'll need to transfer everything from the old one to the new one, and that's where you're going to put your syllabus up here. Notice that it says enable review. This enables the student to check. If I click this button here off, this is what the student sees. So when I click off, they see this marked reviewed. So all they have to do is click it, and then you know they have reviewed the syllabus. Okay? And I'll show you how to see how they've done that. Okay, so we've gone over these. Discussion board is entirely up to you. I'm going to make these anonymous. So, for instance, this is where they do their portfolio at the end, the digital portfolio. The introductions here is usually the first week of class. I'm going to go ahead and delete all of those so you won't have those to deal with. And go back to the discussion board here. And so they can just click on mine and reply to it. Notice that it says January 21st, 2016, so you're going to have to go in there and edit that and correct the date. Again, again, the 18th is your deadline, okay? The digital portfolio, you're going to need to change the date for that, for the due date. For online classes, even though the last day of class is May 8th, we choose May 7th, that Sunday night, because grades are due so quickly. We like to go ahead and just end it off on a rounded note, just like we do everything else. I'm going to come in here and I'm going to click these, and I'm going to delete all of these also. Okay, so there's your discussion board. Now here's your assignments, and this is where they're going to go in and upload everything. So notice you're going to have to go in here and change these due dates. Not only are you going to have to change it here and here, but you've also got to change it in the entire assignment link. So down here, you're going to have to change when it opens and when it closes, okay? So you can come in here and you can make any edits that you want. Come down here and have your open and close dates. Make sure yes is always checked so they can see the content. So there's your assignments. Week 1 is usually very short. They're only going to do just a few things. You're probably familiar with that, so make sure that you adjust these dates. From 1/5 to 1/8 is going to be like, you know, get your enrollment quiz done, your mark review for your syllabus, make sure you have your textbook, introduce yourself in the discussion board area, click the week 1 test here. That's up to you if you want to use it or not. If not, you can just delete it and make sure you delete it out of here, and then make sure they start reading chapter 1 before they start the next week, whatever that date is. Okay, so each assignment is whatever the assignment is, and then they're going to click here, and this is their key points, their chapter 1 work that they do. This is the assignments that they have to do, and here's just a video of something I put in there. If you don't want it in there, just click this icon and click delete. Okay, so go back to assignments. So just go through and double check all these dates and make sure that everything is correct based off your textbook and everything. Okay, so we've got that. The schedule, again, I think I put everything in the assignment link, so there's really no point in having this, but that's up to you. Some course information here is just basically about the digital portfolio, the resource center that goes with their book, creating a flip book, the data files that goes with their book, just some general information. Course documents is going to be like the PowerPoint files, and again the Student Resource Center. And then everything else is there related to them directly, their JCC email, their grades, and things like that. So that kind of covers, you know, all this information and how to go in and adjust it. Now, when we come to the Grade Center, I'm going to go down here and look at the Grade Center, and it's going to have things in here based off of what's under the assignments. If it has a due date of whatever, it's going to put it here. Okay, so if you delete anything out of here, it's going to delete it out of here. If you add anything in here, it's going to add it in here. Now, the grade book is a little bit different, so you're going to have to really make sure that you understand that when you go to manage, you can do the grading periods. So right now we only have 2016, so we're going to have to actually add one for spring 2017. Then you can actually move everything from 2016 into 2017. So we'll talk about that. Then we also need to manage our grading schemas, which is to make sure that you are a 7-point scale. This 10-point needs to be deleted. This one here, let's look and see what it says. That one is incorrect. Let's delete that one. And then let's look at this one here. Okay, and this one is correct, so we're just going to leave that one. Always make sure that you have one grading schema, because when it goes to grade the work, if it has more than one, it doesn't really know which one to choose from. So your grading schema is good. Okay, the next thing is color coding. We can talk about that later. categories is making sure that this follows your syllabus. So, how much are you weighting on your assignments, your key points, and then your tests. So make sure you have all of those. Anything you don't need, you can delete. Some things you can't delete, like the blog and discussion and the journal and things you can't. So you really cannot delete those. Okay, column organization. So if you need to move something up or down, you can just do that. Some things you can't get rid of, like this one here, the enrollment verification quiz. We already have that somewhere. I don't see it, so I'm going to move it way up here. We need to make sure we have that. Okay. So you can see that, this first week, things in here that they'll have to do, that they're graded on. The week 1 test, discussion board, student acknowledgement. The enrollment verification quiz is not a grade, but it has to be completed. So I would make sure they know that it is, required. So those are some of the things you really need to make sure of, and make sure the dates are changed in your assignments here. So when they see the grades themselves, it's not showing, these dates over here. Okay, you want to make sure that it has the 2017 dates. Here in the categories, this again is based off your syllabus of what you're weighting the grades on. Exercises and assignments is probably like 50%. Key points is probably like 25%, and then your test is probably like 25%. So make sure those are categorized correctly. The final grade is something I do on my own. You don't have to do that. But it's no category. There's no weight to it. So you just make sure of that. So I'm going to go back to the grade center, and I'm going to go over here. So it's got final grade right here. If I click this box beside it and go to edit, column information, I can do that with any of those. This is where I can give it the information I want. So it's no category. What is going to be that due date. You don't even have to have a due date for this one. Do not include it in the calculations here because it's no category, so it's not included. Once you get your 2017 set up, then you can change that to that year. So again, in your grading center, you can go through and you can click edit column information for anything that you want. You just have to make sure if you put a due date that it goes with the assignment link, and that way it shows up in the grading center in the column information. Okay, make sure it's included in the grade calculations. Okay, so this is just a little bit of information about how to get started. I'm trying not to make it a long, lengthy video. So you can go back and look at this as many times as you need to. So the grade center is really the only thing you really need to worry about down here. If you have a student that drops or you drop the student, you can go to users and then click users again, find the student. Once you find the student, then you click here and you change the student's role, and you make them a guest and you click no so that they're no longer available in the class. Okay, that means you're the only two in here. So everything else is, you should be okay. You shouldn't really need to use anything else in here. Again, I'm here to help you, so you can always shoot me an email if there's something you're not sure about. I can go in and look at your class, so I can always see what's going on. But make sure that you click the off button so that you see what the students see. So right now, the students don't see anything in assignments because all the due dates are passed. Okay? Only you can see it if it's on. So that's a good way to check to see, do I have what they need for the first couple of weeks to get them going. If I click the off button, they can see the announcements. Okay? Then you're going to have to direct them to go to assignments upload for their first assignment, and whatever that date is, So then when they go to assignments upload here,